Happy Saturday, soul family. How are you all? It's a warm one already today. It didn't even start out cool. You know, in the morning it's been starting out kind of cool and then warming up gradually. This is like right to it. So it's kind of like, that's the message, right? There's no warming up. It's like right to it. And it's going to get hot. So things might get challenging. Things might get passionate. But things might get uncomfortable. We'll see what's going to happen. Today what I'm doing is all signs, the weekend message, and it's going to be a multiple choice and intuitive, because when I tell you guys what the sign is, it limits you, and when it doesn't resonate with people, they get upset. And I can't in all honesty tell you that, okay, this is going to be for all water signs. This is going to be for all fire signs. It doesn't make sense. So I am doing the multiple choice. If you want to do by zodiac, that's your choice. But don't be upset when you look at a message and you get pissed off and you say, that doesn't apply to me. Well, then maybe you should have chosen for yourself what your intuitive higher self is telling you your message is. Because one of the 4 messages will apply in your life in some way. So the 4 things that you're going to choose from, these are your options. 1 is going to be Moonstone. See my Moonstone ring? This is a Moonstone right here as well. Hold on. There. That's a Moonstone. Another is going to be Amethyst. Another is going to be Silver. And another is going to be Opal. Okay? So of those 4 items, Moonstone, Amethyst, Silver, Opal, sit for a second and ask your higher self and ask Spirit to allow your body to show you or let you feel which one you're more drawn to. Moonstone, Amethyst, Silver, Opal. Okay, I already got the 2 right away. I got from me the specific messages. Now, I've told you all before, I believe that every single one of these messages are for all of us. But specifically, there's going to be 2 highlighted messages that I've already been shown for me. So let's start. I want to get going on it right away so I can enjoy my Saturday too. Okay, so we're going to start with fire signs or Moonstone. Moonstone or fire signs. Moonstone or fire signs. So Moonstone, fire signs. I'm going to start with Aries. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Now remember, this is you or someone in your life. This applies to you or someone in your life. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Moonstone, Aries. Moonstone, Aries. So what I'm getting now is break tradition, color outside the box, step outside the box, live your life for you, and whoever wants to come along on your journey, if they're in alignment with you, welcome them. If not, wave at them and wish them blessings on their journey. So fire signs, Moonstone, Aries. Fulfillment, harmony, protection. This is interesting, this particular card to come up, because the song that's playing in the background, no one else can feel the rain on your face. Only you can let it in. No one else. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Right? Throw your arms wide open. Today is your beginning. So this is your journey. This is your journey through, this is why you came here, to enjoy, to experience. No one else can do it for you. No one else can feel it for you. No one else can say it for you. 7, 8, 9, 10. There has been an ending of some chapter in your life. It could be many different things. It could be you have just accomplished something and you're feeling really good about that and you're moving on to the next on your list. It could be that you've closed a door in your life and you're starting a new adventure, which is what this song is talking about. But there is an ending of something. It could be the ending of being tied to a belief system. It could be the ending to worrying about what anyone else thinks about what you do or how you do it. Like the song says, no one else is going to do it. No one else is going to feel it but you, right? This is your journey. So this is the forest of your life that you go through, and you are guided along the way by your higher self. So if you chose Moonstone, you're already listening to your higher self. Where's your love? What is important to you? Where do you want to give your heart? Where do you receive love? Where do you feel love? Where do you feel at home? Life sometimes can feel confusing. Even with the messages we get from Spirit, it can be confusing. But if we stay on our path, we are following our true north. So what is the true north for you? This is fulfillment. This is love. This is you can see that this is very lush. This is very bountiful, right? There's a lot of twists and turns. We can take a lot of different ways to get where we're going. But ultimately, we're on our path. And we've recognized, you know what? We're not going to hold on to the past. That's over. We're now moving forward on our journey. And this is about you having worked towards something. Fulfillment comes after hard work. You're in harmony with something. So you were aligned. You're following your true north. You're listening to your highest self. And when we do that, that's when we are in harmony with Spirit. And when Spirit and our desires are in harmony, that's when we manifest, right? When we are in line with our higher self and Spirit, that's when we get fulfillment. And we are protected on the way. So Spirit says this is going to be a time where you're going to feel good. You're going to get more peace. You're going to feel satisfied with what you've put in and what you've done and what you've been working towards. This is a high five. This is Spirit shining their light down on you, saying, good job. You've listened. You've gone through difficult things. Even when things were confusing, you stayed on your path. You listened to your heart. You asked higher self, and even if there were tears, I think that I look at these little petals of these the flowers like leaves, like tears, blood, sweat, and tears. But even through it all, you stayed on your path. You kept your third eye open. You did what you needed to do, even when it was confusing to you. Because sometimes we don't understand what Spirit means. We're trying to follow our path. We're trying to follow the messages that we're getting. But sometimes it gets frustrating, and it gets like, it feels like I don't know which way I'm going. But as long as you keep looking to Spirit, you're on your path. You're doing it. Sometimes people are so worried about, am I doing the right thing? Am I getting there? How? And they're basically saying, stop worrying so much about it. Focus more on your path. Just that I'm doing it. You are doing it. You're on your path. If you weren't, you wouldn't be getting this message. So let's see other ways that this might apply in your life or someone else in your life. Okay, so there's no place like home. Whoops. So this, to me, means, you know what? You haven't even been at home. You may have journeyed away from your home and you're following your path. You may have felt out in the cold. You may have gone against what your family has told you, right? You may have gone against what you were raised to believe. You may have not felt like you belonged. You didn't fit in. You didn't feel at home. But with Spirit, you are always at home. This also could mean that because of your spiritual path and your spiritual beliefs, you're not welcome at home. You aren't welcomed in by others. There's a problem in your home because of your spiritual path. But don't ever stop moving forward on your spiritual path. Spirit knows what it's doing. And it's not you that's going in the wrong direction if you're following your highest self and your spiritual path. So if there's a problem, an upside down problem in your home, surrender it to Spirit. Let them handle it. If you're searching for a home, if you don't feel like you're at home, a lot of times spiritual people, I hear people say, you know, I just want to go home. This is your home right now. This is not where your focus is, the spiritual world. You know what I mean? As far as going home. You're living here. You're living a human experience, following your spiritual path, but you need to live here. This is grounded in this world, right? But keeping your eyes on your spiritual path, which can be difficult. And it can feel like a contradiction, but it's not. We have to physically be present, yes, but follow our spiritual path. That's our challenge. That's what I'm getting. So for Moonstones or Sagittarius. Moonstones or Sagittarius. What is the message that you have for Sagittarius or Moonstone? This could be another message. And this is what I like about the intuitive way of doing things, is because you're going to get 3 different messages, 3 different options, where you can see, okay, you know what, that doesn't really resonate for me. Well, one of these other 2 might, right? So it's actually really smart if you do both. So for Sagittarius, what is the most, and I'm asking Spirit, for Sagittarius, what is the most helpful message for the most amount of people that will be watching this video if they chose Moonstone or Sagittarius? Whoa. Goddess of creation, transformation, creativity, wholeness. Well, this one is surrendering, right? This one is comfortable. They're leaning back. They're allowing themselves to be healed. They're allowing themselves to feel the love within them. They're speaking their truth. 7, they're on their right path. And they are not hiding who they are. They know that they are, and to me this almost could represent being birthed, right? Like a rebirth. And they're going with it, comfortably. You may be coming out, maybe just coming out of a transformation, the rebirth. Your eyes are still closed. You've got a lot that's going to be opened up to you, but you're surrounded in love. And you want to focus on the truth. This is about feeling a part of spirit, connected, because you're wrapped in their embrace. You're wrapped in love and truth and healing. And it's difficult when we go through transformation. These could be tears falling. It's difficult when a transformation happens. But when we come out, there's something else that's beautiful, something new that has been birthed. So right now, maybe this could be you in a dream space, right? A lot of times we dream about what we're going to be doing in the future. A lot of times people think it's, what's that called? Deja vu. But it's not. It's something that you have already dreamed. You just don't remember it. And that's why it feels like you've been there before, or you've said that before. But you have been there. You've been there ahead of time in your dreams. So whatever transformation you're going through, Spirit says they want you to relax, right? Take it easy. Spend some time in nature. Definitely do this healing salt baths to withdraw any aches and pains, any fear, any worry, any anxiety, to keep you relaxed. Any healing that needs to take place can happen for you. In essential oils, these could be essential oils in the bath, right? It's very healing. So they're asking, they're pointing to this for you. Right now, they're telling you, relax. You may have been taking things too seriously. You may be getting just a little too stressed out about where you're supposed to go, what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to do it. Am I doing it the right way? Spirit says, you know what? Relax. Relax. Enjoy your weekend. Take care of you. Realize that you're on the right path. Right now, you need to take time for yourself. You need to not be so rigid. You need to be more blendable. You need to be more flexible. See how she's stretching? Stretch. Stretch outside of the box. Look at things in a different way. Don't hide yourself. Allow yourself to be open to spirit. You feel sometimes maybe vulnerable, but allow yourself to be open and receptive. You need to allow yourself to relax. And if you don't have time to relax, make the time. It's a priority for you. You need it for your healing. You need to spend time in nature. You need to make sure that you're eating properly, that you're drinking properly. This is water. Make sure you're drinking alkaline water so that your third eye will be decalcified. Make sure you're getting a lot of greens, super greens, to nourish and feed your body. Look at the blood vessels and the veins. We want to strengthen our body. She's stretching as well. Exercise. you know what? Just walk. I walk about 6 times a week. I don't run. I never run. I walk. I walk quickly up and down hills, but I walk. It's enough. It sculpts my body. It gets the air pumping through, fresh air moving through my lungs, the blood moving through my body, right? It also helps you sleep at night when you do that. So exercise, or gentle exercise, yoga, meditation, but stretching is very important for you. Stretching not only in your physical body, but also in your mental body. Stretch your mind, stretch your ability as well. Reach. Spirit always wants us to stretch, right? Don't try and figure it all out. Just relax and allow things to flow to you, come to you. Right now, Spirit says you're not taking care of your body enough. Whether that's your emotional body or your physical body, and it's a priority. So let's go to clarifiers. Sagittarius, how else could this apply to you or someone else in your life? Maybe this is someone in your life that needs this encouragement, right? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Sagittarius. Okay, so right now what I'm getting is that the focus on this is about you, right? The focus is on you or someone else taking care of themselves, not pushing themselves so much. This is about letting go of rigid ideas, fixed ideas, that everything has to be your way or the highway, right? So right here, these are not two seeing eye to eye. They're not seeing eye to eye. They're the same. Is it you looking back at yourself? But they're not being loyal to themselves. The focus is on taking care of yourself. Right now, you're not. You're not, or there's somebody in your life that is not loyal to you, that's causing you to be in a place where you're all tied up in a knot, where you don't feel able to relax. There's disloyalty in your life in some way. There's something maybe that you're not able to let go. Remember, this is about letting go and relaxing. Maybe you're not able to let go of something, and so it's causing a problem in your life, causing a blockage. Ideas, the way of doing things. Maybe you are holding on to, you're loyal to what you see, what you feel, what you believe, and you're not open to hearing what others have to say. You may be, this is misplaced loyalty. You're loyal to something other than what's important. So Spirit's saying you need to carve the time out and take care of yourself and allow for healing and be in the flow with Spirit. You may be loyal to your work, and they're not allowing this, and you're going with it. Or loyal to what somebody else wants to you. There's a misplaced loyalty issue happening here. Right now, someone is giving trust and loyalty to the wrong place. And it's causing someone not to be able to relax, somebody not to be able to sleep, causing tears, they're not able to move forward on their path. There may be a difference in belief. You know, we disagree about moving forward on our path. And so it's not working. Right? You can't be in a relationship, business partnership, or a physical love relationship if you have completely different ways of looking at things and completely different paths. It's not going to work, and that's what's happening here. There's a blockage. Either it's you that's refusing to see things to the point where you know that you have to take care of yourself, that this is important for you, that you need to be open, you're being stubborn, you're being blocked, you're being rigid, you're not flexible, you're not willing to stretch, you're not willing to transform, or somebody else is. Right? That's what's going on here. So for Moonstone again, or Leos, what is the message that most applies for you? Correct for neutrality on all levels. What's another message for you, Moonstones? What's another message for you, Moonstones or Leos? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Leos, Moonstones. Moonlight Goddess. Okay, so repressed emotions. So maybe not expressing your feelings right now, or not allowing yourself to feel what you're feeling, which is blocking a healing. Not willing to reflect, take the time to go in and allow things to come to the surface so that they can be healed between you and another. This is a time that, and if you're not refusing this, Spirit is saying this is a time that this should be happening. This is a time to show you that maybe the emotions that you're looking at or that you're experiencing are a reflection back to you. You're reacting maybe to an outside circumstance, but it's about feelings that are inside here and things that you haven't addressed. And it may surprise you what comes up. Somebody pushes a button, right? And you react, or when it makes you feel bad for a certain reason. You need to go in and reflect on that and ask yourself, why is this pushing my button? It's coming up for a reason. What is it that's going on in here that wants to be addressed? Because if I'm going to allow my buttons to be pushed, it's affecting me. If it's affecting me, there's something that's not in balance, right? So you could have a healing during dream time, because this is Moonlight Goddess. A lot of times we have healing that takes place in our dreams. I have a vague memory of last night's dreams. I could see who was there, and it keeps floating back to me, but not enough for me to hold it, which is fine, because it's working through something. I know that. That's allowing for a healing. So it could take place this way. But in order for you to have a healing take place, Spirit says that there are emotions inside that you need to express, even if you just walk around in your room and express them out loud, because you need to admit them to yourself, right? Because how you act and react affects everyone around you. Your mood and your energy does. So it's okay for you to express what you're feeling. Maybe you need to express your feelings to a significant other. Maybe you haven't, and that's what's causing a problem. Spirit says it's safe to express what you're feeling as long as you come from a place of love. My intention is good. My intention is I just want to express myself. It's important. Recognize that Spirit is there. There's vibrational energy around you. This is healing energy around you that Spirit wants to help you with. So recognize that you're protected. You can express your feelings. Maybe you just need to allow hurts. Sometimes things hurt so bad. I've said this before in a reading. You know what? It hurts so much that I don't want to look at it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to bring that up right now. And then maybe after a little bit of time goes by, now you're ready. My hands are prickling right now. So it's things that you have repressed, things that you have not wanted to look at, are now coming to the surface. They need to be looked at. You may have been really, really strong and doing the right thing and being the good spiritual person and being the loyal friend and being the good forgiver and all that stuff. And yet all those feelings that you went through, all of the emotions that you experienced because of that situation, they were repressed. And now they're all starting to come up, and they may come out as anger. They may come out as a headache. They may come out as a sore back. You need to express them right now. And you need to recognize that you're safe and you're loved, and it's okay to do that. So this is you or somebody in your life. You may ask yourself, is this what's going on? Maybe this is what's going on with somebody around me. So let's ask for a clarifier for moonstones. Clarifier for moonstones or the Leos. One more, I heard. Hold on a second, I need to take a drink of water. It's very important to stay hydrated, especially in a place like where I live. I've got my super greens in there and my alkaline water and my apple cider vinegar, and on and on and on we go, right? Okay, Leos. Breathe. Okay, so this makes me think of somebody who's hyperventilating. I'm not, and people just say, you know what, you need to calm down, you need to breathe. Breath work would actually be helpful for you at this time to open up your chakras. Right? Breathe in some fresh air. Maybe get a breath of fresh air in, a new perspective. If you're able to express your emotions, you will be able to breathe more easily, right? You won't be feeling so tense. You won't be feeling so stuck. This is talking about maybe a new perspective on things. Maybe when you express yourself, there will be a new understanding, and it'll be like, oh my God, I was thinking all of this was inside here, and now I expressed it, and things were made clear to you, and you're able to breathe again. The air was cleared, right? The air was cleared. 9, 10, 11. So it's between you and another. I got that before. It's between you and another. Expression needs to take place. It's also relax. Don't rush yourself, right? Or maybe the healing of another. Someone else may be going through something in spirit saying, just relax, take a breath. The air needs to be cleared, right? Maybe something needs to work its way through. This is also about health. So they both go along. This is a yoga pose. We were already speaking about the need to heal ourselves, right? So this is about taking some time to meditate. Maybe when you do this, maybe that would be a good time to express your feelings. You could express your feelings to spirit. Maybe you need to examine, what is it that I'm feeling? I don't even know what I'm feeling. Sometimes we don't know. So then we go into meditation and we ask spirit. You know what a really good meditation is to do? The healing, the cutting cords and shielding meditation. I'll share it on my Angels Whisper page today so that you guys can do it. It's a really awesome one. And it's a guided meditation. It's very easy. You just have to kind of quiet yourself, keep yourself in a space where no one's going to disturb you for about half an hour, and listen to the guided meditation. And it will surprise you where he takes you, what will come up. And it may bring up what needs to be, well, they're saying it will. It will bring up what needs to be expressed. You'll find yourself crying possibly, and it may surprise you at who comes up. And the situations that you thought you were angry about, you're not. And the ones that you thought you were fine with, all of a sudden there's the tears. Because it's the ones that we love so much that we hold on, we hold back our own, right? If we don't like somebody, it's easy for us to express ourselves. But if we really love somebody, we hold it in. It's surprising. But right now, you need to breathe. It's about breathing. Calm down, relax. Whatever repressed emotions that are coming to the surface might feel scary. You're maybe saying, I'm not ready for this. But right now, as far as a relationship, if this is between you and another, which is what I keep getting, keep slow and steady, right? Allow the heart to open. This is allowing the heart to open. So we ask Spirit, you know what, help me relax while myself or another's heart opens. Right now they're saying they don't want you to spend any time being anxious. There's no reason for anxiety or tension at this time. Also, as far as your work, relax. You may be anxious about your work. Things aren't coming. You're over-analyzing, right? Which brings you in a state of tension. But right now, Spirit says, don't hurry things along. Don't push things. Everything is happening gradually. It's all working. It's kind of like slow and steady wins the race. So that's for you guys. So now we're going to go to Amethyst. Those who chose Amethyst. Amethyst is a stone of protection. It's a stone of calming. It helps sleep. I will tell you that the Moonstone, that's a very feminine stone. It works with your inner knowing, with your psychic abilities, and your feminine receptive energies, your loving energies. Correct for neutrality. For those who chose Amethyst, Amethyst is a very spiritual stone as well, opening up to higher knowledge. Purple, the color of Archangel Zadkiel. The purple ray, the violet ray. So this is for those who chose Amethyst or water signs. And this is for Pisces. Song playing, if you had a bad day, turn it around, sing a new song. If you had a bad day. It's just a bad day, right? It's not your life. If you had a bad day, it's just your life. It's just one day in your life. Tomorrow can be a great day. Turn it around. You can turn it around. You start out with a bad day, you choose to turn it around. I'm not going to react. I'm not going to let this affect my day. I'm not going to let it ruin my day. I'm going to focus on what makes me happy. I am happy. I am safe. I am at peace. I am in harmony. I am healthy. I'm whole. I am perfect. I am strong. I'm energetically, vibrationally on a beautiful, beautiful level. So, Amethyst or Pisces. So right now, what's interesting is I had a bad day, right? This came out in reverse, and this is talking about happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. Right now, you're feeling out of sync. Song goes with it. I've had a bad day, right? So right now, there's disharmony in some area of your life. 2 and 4, 6, the material world. Something to do with the material world. It could be finances. It could be your career. It could be your family arrangement. Something to do with this earthly world. That's what the number 6 means. You're too focused on this earthly world. And like the song says, you had a bad day. Turn it around. Sing a new song. Look up to spirit. This is the divine masculine. This is who you are. This is your forward movement. Without the sun, nothing grows. There's always a rainbow after a storm. These two roads, they're converging. They're still moving forward. They're taking different paths. Something is out of sync in your life right now. So what can you do to turn this around? Because if this was in the upright, they're telling you that a difficult problem is resolved very soon. Well, right now, there is no resolution to this problem. Right now, you're feeling worry. Right now, you're feeling doubt. Right now, you're feeling out of sync, and that's exactly the problem. You are out of balance. That's it. It doesn't mean that the whole world is a disaster. It means you had a bad day. That's it. You had a bad day. Things are out of sync. And you could say, oh, I've had a bad day for the last 6 months. You know what? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Because this is your life. You're the divine masculine. We all have that within us. We all have the ability to choose something different. If something is out of sync and it's not working, why did you have a bad day? You're too focused on the material world. Get outside. Spend some time in the sun. You need some time in the sun. Let's see how this can apply. I'm in a Pisces moon, so don't freak out at me and say I'm being too harsh on Pisces. I have this too. And that's what I'm going to do, is spend some time out in the sun. And I already said, I'm not going to stress today. If I feel any kind of stress or upset, I'm going to ask Spirit to take it. I'm going to surrender it and move it forward. And I'm going to turn that frown upside down. Because right now, right, this is what we want to look like. This is upside down, but I'm just showing you something I just saw. There's the 2 eyes, there's the nose, there's the smile. Right? Right now you're upside down. Now, for all intensive purposes, let's leave it this way because we want to look at it positively. So another clarifier for Amethyst people or for Pisces. Whoa, that was interesting. So right now, it's a never-ending story. Something is going on and 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 on. That's why you had a bad day. That's why it's upside down. Because you're in a situation or you're repeating the same situation over and over and over again, expecting a different result. And it's not going to change. It's either your thinking or somebody else around you. This heart is upside down. Are you overanalyzing? Are you going over and over and over and over and over it? Sometimes we can even have something good in front of us and we'll overanalyze it to the point where we ruin it. Right now, this is yourself. This song, I had a bad day, right? You're beating yourself up. Is there something about yourself that you keep hammering on? Feeling not good enough, not worthy enough, self-criticism. Is there drama around you? Something is out of sync. Either you are out of sync with somebody in your life, or you are doing this to yourself by negative self-talk. 3 and 7 is 10. Something has ended. There's been an ending of something. So maybe that's it. There's been an ending and there wasn't harmony. There was a breakup. There was an ending to a relationship. Something ended. Or maybe a chapter in your life has ended and it's, wow, you know what? Now now I'm nervous. Whatever it is, something has closed. But you know when one door closes, another one opens. So right now, this is speaking about you attacking yourself. You think that you should be better. You don't think you're good enough. You're blaming yourself. You're not forgiving yourself. This could also be that somebody else is doing this to you, blaming you, not forgiving you, cutting you down, being abusive to you, right? Shaming you, which is causing a lack of self-esteem. You maybe have been rejected by somebody. Maybe somebody has walked away. Somebody's walked out of your life. But you know what? That's a protection for you. When somebody walks away from us, when a lot of times we feel that we've done something wrong or there's a great loss, but it's a protection. We're not in sync. We're not in sync. I'm getting prickles right now. It's a protection. You might be feeling abandoned or lonely, alone. So how do you do that? How do you deal with that? What can you do to get yourself out of this? What you do is you take yourself out of isolation, right? Are you comparing yourself to other people? Or are other people comparing themselves to you? Do you have someone lording themselves over you? Are you so worried about the way things were in the past that you're afraid to move forward? Remember what I said at the beginning? Sometimes something wonderful can be in front of you and you can fuck it up by thinking, okay, well, this is what happened before, or what if I do this again, or what if there's something like that going on here. This could also be something that goes way back, right? Way back in your life. This is the history of something, ups and downs, you know? Maybe you have issues with depression, ups and downs, and you're just in a cycle. You're just having a bad day, right? Sometimes you just have to acknowledge that. You know what? It's just one of my bad days. It's just a bad day. Sometimes we have a bad hair day, you know? Sometimes we look in the mirror and nothing looks right. I've got 2 pimples on my face right now, and I never get pimples on my face. But they're there right now. It's a bad skin day, you know? Sometimes you wake up, for women, sometimes you wake up and you can't get into your fat pants. Really? But we have something that we can always do. Maybe we just need to love ourselves. Maybe we just need to say, you know what, I'm not perfect, and that's okay. I'm imperfectly perfect. Are you back in a situation where you started? You thought you were going somewhere else, but you're following along. There it is. It's right next to you because you're not leaving it. The never-ending story that just keeps going and going and going and going. Are you scared about financial issues? Are you self-sabotaging yourself somehow? Song right now, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Hell yeah. Whenever I was feeling sad and this song came on, I would literally clap in the car, in my room. It's like I can't not do it because I want that. Do you want a room without a roof? Yes, yes. And I do it like I'm a freaking seal. Nothing can bring me down. Listen to a song like that. Listen to positive music. Stay away from the negative music. Stay away from the negative movies. Stay away from the drama. Stay away from the negative, toxic people. Maybe the reason you're like this is because of your environment. Everywhere you go, they go. And they kill the sunshine in your life. So you have choices to make, right? I love this song. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Right now, Spirit's saying that you're overloaded. Your sensitivity is overloaded. You're super sensitive and you've reached your limit. You're full, and you need to step out of any drama. Anyone that's bringing drama to the door, you're not home today. Sorry, not home. It's like, you know what? Look at that path right here. This is you, and this is them. If they go there, you go down there. They come here, you go there. Stay away from it. That's what I'm getting for you guys, and for me, because I'm in a Pisces moon, and I'm going to do exactly that. All right, so for Amethyst, another one that may apply for you or for those who chose Scorpio. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Amethyst people are those who chose Scorpio. Now, it's interesting because it was my higher self that did that. So today, water signs would do well with Amethyst. My spiritual twin has Pisces in his chart, and I keep his picture inside an amethyst geode in a cave. It's a cave of protection and healing and relaxation. This is a raw amethyst right here. This would be good for you at this time. For the fire signs, it would be good for us to tap into our feminine energy, our soft, gentle, dreamy energy, our intuitive energy. Stay out of our ego mind and connect more with our heart mind. And for air signs, silver is good. Silver is used to purify water. So it's interesting because air signs are generally speaking about words, right? Intellect. And so in ancient Egypt, they would drop silver coins into the water to purify the water. And I put in my cat's water and in my water silver solution to clarify and purify the water. So for air signs, silver, and I have air in my chart, right? I have a Gemini rising, so silver, it goes in my water every day. But for you, especially today, silver would be healing for you. Maybe and it doesn't have to be that you have to hold a crystal or hold the gem or hold the metal, right? You can wear that color. Any shade of purple would be a good color for water signs. Any shade, the moonstone kind of reflective energy would be for fire signs. And silver color, even just looking at those, are helpful for you. And then earth signs, opal, fire opal, any kind of opal. But opal is a, fire opal is helpful for relationship between parent and child. So to bring harmony. All right, I think I've got that enough. So amethyst people or Scorpio. Okay, so there's an obstacle in your way right now. An obstacle of some sort is in your way. It's either something is in your way or you are in your way, or someone else is in your way, or you are seeing an obstacle in your way. Because this is about removing the obstacles. This is about saying that these obstacles have cleared away. This also could be that you are not protecting yourself, which is interesting because amethyst is a stone of protection. So you may need to clear and shield your energy. You may be feeling exposed. You may be feeling a little bit sensitive as well, raw. You may be experiencing challenges that you don't feel that you can overcome, that you're having a difficult time overcoming at this time. Right? You may be blocked because you're not asking guidance from the right place, which is spirit. You may not want to hear what spirit has to say. You may need, maybe you're being told to ask for guidance. Maybe you need outside help in the situation that you're talking about or that you're dealing with. Maybe there's counseling that's needed. Maybe there's, or arbitration that's needed, or an outside perspective that's needed. So this is a you or someone else in your life. So let's clarify and see in what ways this could apply. Amethyst, Scorpio. You could be doing this to someone else, right? It's either you or someone else. Is there a block between someone else? Maybe it's you. Ask yourself, am I blocking something? Am I blocking love? Am I refusing to let love in? Am I blocking guidance? Am I not wanting to listen? Am I not, open to another perspective? Am I in my own way? So here it is. You're not imagining things. You're not open to others' perspectives. You're not open to seeing things. This is spirit. This is water also, the great wave. You may feel as though everybody's dumping on you, or there may be a lot of emotional energy around you at this time. But both are upside down. So in some way, this is about imagining, maybe visualizing where you want to go. You're stuck, you feel like you're blocked. Maybe you're focusing on the negative. You're not holding a positive thought. It doesn't matter what's going on right now in front of us. It doesn't matter what is going on right now in front of us. We visualize where we want to be. Right? This is about creative thought. This is about where do I want to go? Here, you're under illusions. Right? You're under a fog. You're not seeing it the right way. You are maybe not paying it. You're wishful thinking. You're not moving. You're not going forward. It's not happening. There's a block. You're insisting on something that isn't going to take place. Or maybe you're expecting the worst. Oh my God, this is going to happen, right? That's the fear. That's your own fear, which is the ego, which causes us to be our own block, right? Are you awfulizing, expecting the absolute worst of a situation, and because of that, you're not able to move forward. You become your own block, right? So this is about either accepting things realistically, if you're stubbornly refusing to see a situation, wishful thinking. And the other message, according to this little one that just showed up, the hummingbird says, you will accomplish what might seem impossible. Hi, to yourself and to others. The hummingbird also says, lighten up. right? Lighten up. Take a little, it's Saturday. That could be it, right? Relax, calm down, lighten your energy. Right now, there's a lot of emotion, heavy emotion here. You are going to accomplish what needs to happen. It may not be in the way that you were imagining it. Or it may be that you were just blocking it. So the messages, the main message, and the fact that the hummingbird showed up right then, you think about the hummingbird, it's aerodynamically incorrectly built, right? It doesn't look like it should be able to fly, but not only can it fly, it can stay stationary like a helicopter. It can go backwards, forwards, up, down. Right now, you're upside down, there's a block. Is the block really there? If there is a block there, don't think it's not possible to move forward, because Spirit says, you rely on Spirit, you stay on your path, and out of nowhere and out of no way, a way will be made, right? So don't imagine the worst of a situation, even if it appears bad. If Spirit tells you that something can happen and you are going to accomplish this, if this is what your messages have been saying, if this is what you've been working toward and it's not moving, don't imagine the worst case scenario. You will accomplish what might seem impossible to yourself and to others. All right. And another message is just lighten up, right? Lighten up. Don't be so tragic. Don't be such a Debbie Downer. And this is you or someone in your life. Maybe there's someone in your life that's just like, oh, like a total worrywart, right? And do what you can to release your energy. Maybe they need to express themselves. That is also expression. Upside down, maybe you're not expressing what you're feeling, and that's what's causing the block. Or somebody in your life is. Okay, so now we go to another Amethyst clarifier or choice, right? Another message from Amethyst for Amethyst people, or for those who chose Cancer. Correct neutrality on all levels. For those Amethyst people, or for Cancers. Okay, so you're not in harmony. You or somebody else, something is out of harmony in your life at this time. This is about, let's look at it this way so we can see it. So something is not producing what you want it to. You may have cords wrapped around you, and because of that, you're unable to move forward. You may feel that you're unable to move forward. This is the hanged woman or the hanged man, hanging upside down, right? So you're in a state right now of not moving forward. You're out of sync with something, because harmony is moving in harmony with Spirit and your desires, and that's when you get what you want. But when you are out of sync with Spirit and your desires, we're not in harmony. So either you or somebody or something in your life is out of harmony. So there's a misbalance. It could be that you have cords wrapped around you. You may not even be aware of them. There could be jealousy or envy or anger or just somebody from the past reaching out. This could be a family issue, because this is a tree. Family issues that are causing, there may be disharmony in your family relationship, in your business. Your productivity is stumped. It's not moving forward at this time. 3 is full circle completion. There may be disharmony because there's an end of a relationship, right? This could be the ending of a relationship or a partnership, which is causing, it could be the reason for the ending, or it could be why you're feeling out of harmony at this moment. Or maybe you're feeling lack of confidence. That's another message in itself, just lack of confidence. And because of that, you're not embracing your own power, which is interesting, because 3 is a very powerful number for women's personal power. So right now, you're not feeling confident. You're not feeling beautiful. You're not feeling productive. You're feeling tied up. You're feeling blocked. You feel like, this is not my wishes coming true, my desires coming. This is like all effort and only one flower. Everything's bare on these leaves, right? So it may be that right now you're just out of sync. It may just be a cycle that you're in. It may be that right now you're being held back for your own protection. It may be that you're just on a plateau, right? Where you have to allow now things to come to fruition. Right now, maybe doors are not opening to you. People are not, you haven't been chosen. There is something that's out of harmony. So let's see how this applies in different ways. could be you need to relax. You're all tied up with responsibilities, right? You're being pulled in a million different directions. And because of that, you're losing your own personal sense of personal power. And you can't be productive when you're exhausted or when you're pulled in a gazillion different directions, right? So that would be about prioritizing. So right now, blessed in reverse. So one is just very simply, you don't feel blessed. You don't feel this. Right now, you may, if you were in a blessed position, everything would be in harmony, right? It's like your wish is coming true, wish on a star, it's here for you. You know, you're having a communication is really wonderful and things are flowing smoothly between you and another, whether this be a business partner or a family member. But right now, we don't have harmony. We don't have our wishes being fulfilled. We're not in sync. We are not seeing the doors to our prosperity opening or the choices. Right now, Spirit's saying, this is in proper self-confidence, proper productivity, proper power. So in the reverse, Spirit is saying right now, there's a need to be humble. This is Spirit gifting. It's being withheld for a reason. Are you expecting something for nothing? Are you at a place where you just have bottomed out? You've hit the ground. It's it. Lost my job, the relationship's over, I'm feeling like shit about myself, I'm at the bottom. I've hit the bottom. And sometimes we have to hit the bottom in order to rebuild something. Maybe this is the falling tower in your life. Something has fallen apart. Everything's out of harmony. But that's as far as you're gonna go. So right now, instead of struggling against what's happening, Spirit is saying, we want you to surrender. We want you to give it over to us. Then you will be blessed. You have to give it over to Spirit. Whatever it is at this moment, you need to surrender the situation. Whether it's a relationship that's not going to work, whether it's a job that's not going to work, whether it's just where you are in your life, something that you wanted is out of your reach, you're reaching for something that's not yours, you need to surrender it. That's all you can do at this moment is surrender. You may be focusing on what you don't have, reaching for more than and thinking you deserve it, and not happy with what you have. And Spirit's saying, focus more on what blessings you have. Keep your focus on what you're grateful for. Don't focus on what you don't have, what you haven't reached, on your imperfections, on other people's imperfections. Just because a relationship ends doesn't mean your life ends. Just because a job ends doesn't mean you can't get another better job that's more in line with you. Maybe you've had a lesson to learn. And that's why Spirit says right now you need to focus on humility and bring yourself back into harmony. One of these messages apply to you or someone else in your life. And it's helpful to know this because you may not understand why someone is behaving a certain way, right? Well, after you listen to that, maybe you will have more of an understanding, and maybe you might be able to have more of a compassionate attitude because of what somebody else might be going through. Okay, so now we're going to go to silver people. I love silver. I love silver. Correct for neutrality on all levels. You know what's funny? When I was a little girl, when I was about a young girl, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, even in my early 20s, I thought silver was just cheap. Gold was where it was at, right? Gold, gold, gold. And then all of a sudden the switch comes, right? When I realized, you know what? I like simple. And I love that it's so shiny and it's pretty. And it doesn't cost a fortune. And it looks good. And it looks good on me. It's funny how you change as you grow older, and things that you didn't feel were of value, all of a sudden, they are valuable to you. If I were to get a wedding ring, I wouldn't want a gold ring. I'd want, if anything, platinum, you know, so it looks like it's silver, but I wouldn't have a problem with a silver ring. Why would I? Look at how beautiful these rings are. These are gorgeous. You don't have to worry. I mean, they're strong. I love them. I don't know. It's perception. All right, for silver people or for air signs. And we're going to go with Aquarius. Aquarius. Silver people or Aquarius. What is the whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, well, this is pretty clear. So right now, this is interesting. I did a reading last night, and it was a tough reading. You know, it was very repetitive, and it was something being hammered home, and the person didn't like what I had to give them. They disagreed with, it didn't understand. Not that they didn't like it, they didn't understand why they were getting that. And it was stressful for me. It was stressful for me because I'm used by Spirit to give the tough messages sometimes, and I mean a lot. That's what I was chosen for, probably because I'm an Aries, and we'll do it, you know. But what I did was, it bothered me. You know, if you ever feel that I give these messages and I'm just shooting my mouth off and I'm coming across insensitively, please don't believe that, because I'm very, very sensitive. I mean, if anyone knows me, I cry a lot of the times in my readings. I'm very sensitive, and I care very much about everybody, and I want only happiness for everyone. But it was very hard for me to deliver that message, especially since this is someone I care about. And I fought it, and I even fought it during the reading. I kept saying, you know, it's enough. I don't want to give this anymore. But that was my test. And here's the message right now. We have to go through the fire. That's our test. This is about the naked truth, the bare essentials, coming clean. This one is naked and vulnerable. And what happened was I said to Spirit, I was upset, and I asked Spirit, did I say the right thing? Was I channeling truthfully? Did I allow myself to get in the middle of this reading? Or was I giving the messages that were meant to be given? And this is the card that I was given. Bare essentials, naked truth, wholeness. 1 and 5, there's a significant change taking place in your life right now. And you may feel naked. You may feel bare bones. There could be a family matter. There could be a fire burning down in this family, whether this is passion. There's growth here and there's passion here. And there's somebody here that's feeling naked, open, and exposed. There could be anger here and growth here. I'm turning my back on the growth because of the anger that's coming from my family. Song right now, I feel like I've been locked out of heaven. You bring me to my knees, you make me testify. You make a sick man change his ways. So this is telling the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God. This is about coming clean. Look at the fire. Maybe this is to do with a fire sign in your life. A fire sign and an earth sign is what I'm picking up for specific people. The truth needs to be told. There were angry words spoken that stopped growth, that caused someone to feel out in the cold. Somebody feels out in the cold here. But the bare truth, the naked truth, needs to be told or come forward so that someone can feel whole again. Someone feels locked out in the cold. This is feeling out in the cold. Are you feeling out in the cold by someone in your life? Or are you keeping yourself in this place? Someone feels like something's not working out the way they want it to. But it's because they're not looking at something. They're not looking where the growth is. Their eyes are closed. They're not being honest. They need to be honest. The whole truth, the naked truth, the bare truth to themselves. You need to ask yourself, what does my heart want? What is my heart feeling? What is the heart of this matter? Where is my passion? Where would I grow? Why am I keeping myself? I'm keeping myself out in the cold. Why is that? Spirit is saying right now, you need to recognize that you're safe, and you need to be honest to the point. Look at her cheeks are flushed. You don't want to admit something to yourself, and when you finally admit to yourself something and it brings tears to your eyes, you know that you've spoken their truth. Now, there could be someone in your life that feels this way, out in the cold. Maybe they told their truth, and because of that, they were thrown out. They were pushed out into the cold because they spoke their truth, because they spoke what they were passionate about, because they didn't feel they were growing where they were. Let's see. Someone feels left out, locked out. You could be doing it to yourself, or you could be allowing someone else to make you feel that way. Spirit says, no matter what, you do what's right in your heart. You follow your heart. You go where you will have growth. You go where you are supported. This, I'm looking at these branches, how they've fallen down, right? Remember, we give the analogy of the tree and the friends or the association or the group that you want to be with is like the roots, right? They're solid. They're what keep the tree together. You've got the friends or the associates that are like branches, right? Oh yeah, we'll support you. We'll be here for you. No problem. But somebody, you stepped out on that branch and they let you down. And then there's the ones that are like the leaves, right? They're beautiful while they're there. But then they dry up after a while and they blow away. They're gone. You want the ones that are there in the roots, the ones that are rooted. So somebody's felt let down here. Or maybe someone is telling you that you let them down. You're feeling bad. You're feeling horrible for letting someone down. It caused pain. Something was not fair. You were either not fair to yourself, someone was not fair to you. Definitely, there was not a justice. There was an injustice done here. An injustice that was done in this situation, which has caused somebody to feel embarrassed, open, naked, vulnerable, exposed. Did you expose somebody for something? Did someone expose something about you that made you feel humiliated, ashamed? Something was unfair in this situation. Are you staying in a place where you're not supported, where you were ridiculed, where you're not growing, where you feel unwelcome, embarrassed, and you're not telling your truth, where you're not able to speak your truth? There's an imbalance here. This is not justice. This would be the Libra scales, right? Being balanced, and this is not. So are you doing this to someone else, or is someone else making you feel this way, or you are allowing someone? This is about somebody putting their own interests first. And the messenger that I'm getting right now is the black Phoebe that's sitting on the railing. See, it just flew away. The black Phoebe, the black Phoebe, it speaks about a time frame. Pay attention to what happens in the next 3 to 5 days. And then I think it's a succession of over the next couple of weeks, something occurs. The lessons are learned within the month. But the black Phoebe is a flycatcher. The fly is a distraction. The black Phoebe comes along to remove the distraction, to get it away. So if something is not fair here, why is it not fair? Is something or someone, are you allowing something or someone to distract you from where you know your heart wants to go, from where you know you will grow? Are you distracted by something that needs to be removed? Allowing yourself to stay. Is there drama around you? You don't feel supported, you don't feel encouraged, you're not growing there. You need to ask yourself the truth about this matter. Right now, you may have observed an injustice taking place. Maybe you feel slighted. You feel like, you know what? I'm doing my job and I'm being attacked for it. Just because I spoke my truth, right? This is my passion, this is my work, this is what I do. I'm honest, I'm open, I'm following, and I was attacked for it. Then don't worry about it. You're doing what you're meant to do, right? Don't worry about it. It's not for you to carry, right? Maybe, as I said, maybe you were going to align yourself with this certain situation, these people, this group, and they let you down, or they're not supporting you. You find out there's drama there. It's not going to be growing there. You feel it's not balanced there. So then it's best to leave, right? This also is a time when somebody else has had an injustice happening. Maybe you can reach out and help someone who has been pushed out in the cold, who has felt angry words, who doesn't have. Maybe you can help somebody out, like really, materially. It's getting to be cold weather. Do they need warm clothes? Do they not have that? Is there someone close to you that maybe could use a hand? They're overwhelmed Maybe you could take one of their kids, take their kids to the park, give the mother a break. Is it someone within your own family that's working really, really hard, and it's not fair because all of the weight's on them? They're not taking care of themselves. They're not resting properly. They're not even eating properly. Moms are like this a lot, and a lot of times dads are this way too. There's very nurturing fathers. But I will tell you, I didn't ever sit down at dinner. Everyone else was fed, and I was always cleaning and moving and moving and moving, and it was me that did it. I had so much to do. A lot of times we take on, and we're unfair to ourselves. So right now, fairness needs to happen. There needs to be a resolution where there's kindness, and it may take courage. You may need to speak your truth and say, this is not fair, this isn't working for me, this is not in my highest good, this is an injustice, and you speak your truth. Aquarius. Okay. Right now, the song is This Is My Fight song. Take Back My Life song. I'm all right song. That's exactly what was just happening in that reading. So somebody may be feeling this. Maybe that's what's happening in your life. Someone else has spoken their truth. They're taking back their life. It wasn't fair for them. And now you know why. And it's either you or someone else, right? So, silver people or Libras. I need to get another drink of water. Just a second, please. You know what? Right now I'm shaking. I'm literally shaking. And I'm hearing this song. This is my fight song. Take Back My Life song. I may only have one match, but I can make an explosion. So somebody's nervous about this. It's hard for them. Understand that when somebody comes to you and speaks their truth, sometimes it's really, really hard for them to do that. Pay attention to that. It's not easy. They're opening themselves up. They're exposing themselves, right? They may be sharing something with you that may not be a big deal to you, but to them it's a big deal. I'm literally shaking. I'm shaking. But this person is stepping into their power. So sometimes, you know what? What is that message? Whether your knees are shaking and your hands are shaking, speak your truth. Okay, silver people or Libras. The Search. Okay, so there's a lot of people feeling this. Now this song goes for this group as well. I've turned my power on is the last part of the song. But right now, this one has got her back to her power. She's feeling confused. She's feeling lost. She's feeling tied up. She's feeling open, naked, vulnerable, exposed, out in the cold. She's feeling all of this stuff. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. What am I doing? I don't understand. But she doesn't even realize that there's new growth all over her. The light is shining behind her. She may be feeling unheard, unappreciated, lonely. Right? I'm not quite sure. 6, again, too much focus on the material world. Talk to Spirit. Talk to Spirit. Recognize, you know what? Spirit can handle this. A lot of times people confuse when I say you're too focused on the material world. It doesn't always mean money. It doesn't always mean getting ahead. It means you're too focused on this ego world. And if you would put your thoughts to Spirit, and it doesn't mean you're not a spiritual person. It means give it to Spirit. It means turn to Spirit. It means when I am confused and when I am lonely and when I am feeling lost, I say to Spirit, help me. I'm asking for your help. Or I'm going to give it to you. I can't figure this out. You figure it out. I'll wait for you to show me. But a lot of times when we're struggling, we turn our back on Spirit. We ask everyone else. We don't go to Spirit. And we forget to ask. You do realize that the angels can't step in without us asking. We have free will. They can't step in unless we invite them in. So don't turn your back on Spirit. And when things go wrong in your life, don't blame God. Don't blame Spirit because you don't like the answer, because you don't like the way it turned out. They can see things that you can't see, and Spirit always is with you, has your back, has your best interest at heart. You may feel that they're pushing you out. They're making you do something that I've had this. Spirit's asked me to do things and put me in situations that were scary, that were lonely. I was in isolation for 6 months in Sedona. I was not to associate. They made sure that didn't happen. I was lonely. I didn't understand what was going on at the time. I understand now. I was not to associate with the people there because I was being taught by Spirit. I was being taught by them. They didn't want me confused by following and learning what other people were, and then have to unteach me. They were going to teach me what they wanted to teach me in their way. And in order for that to happen, I needed to be just with them. It was kind of like when the great wave comes, go to the mountain. When Moses went up to the mountain, he didn't take his family with him. He went by himself, where he sought help from Spirit, from his Father. He went alone. The only ones I got to hang out with were the animals and nature. And I got to tell you, it was difficult. 6 months of isolation. And I know that because finally I said to Spirit, I can't do this anymore. I need a soulmate. Bring me a friend. And they did. But it was 6 months that this had to happen. It was showing me that I could do it. It was also teaching me that I needed to be okay by myself. Sometimes we need to be alone. You look at people that are single and that are, I've spoken of this before, they're living their life by themselves, they're working by themselves, they spend a lot of time alone. They're strong people. They also know the importance of being alone. They also realize that they need to love themselves first. All of this comes up in this message. When I finally was allowed to meet people, I went out that day after I had that discussion with Spirit, and I met people. I met the person who lived next door to me. He had been gone in Nepal the whole time. I couldn't have met him. And then he came after that. So there was a certain time period that it was intended. My roommate then showed up. Everybody came then, after a certain night. And it's interesting, the number 6, right? 6 months I was isolated. So don't think that you're the only one that goes through a situation like this. Ask yourself if this is what may be happening, that Spirit's trying to teach you something. Teach you to be okay on your own. Teach you to love yourself. I was afraid to go to the beach by myself. I had been married my whole life. I'd never done anything alone. It was a big deal. And now I like being alone. And now I understand the importance also of respecting other people in their personal space and knowing that supersensitives, we need to self-charge. Alone, we need to pull away. So all of this is important in this message. Also, on a very, very positive note, you're not noticing that everything that you've been going through, like me, that 6 months, I didn't realize at the end of that time period that I went through, I was going to be brought out into the light. It was coming right behind me. I didn't realize it. My roommate moved in upstairs. I met my friend Patrick next door. I started going and doing things with people. It happened very quickly. So right now, this is a time period in your life. Remember that song, I Had a Bad Day? This is a cycle. This is just a period in your life. It's not lasting forever. And the rays of light are already bursting through. If you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling isolated, if I am feeling this way. I am feeling this way. I have also recognized that what I need to do to make it okay. But it's coming, I'm starting to come out too. Sometimes we put ourselves in a place like this, right? You're asking for answers and you're not getting the answers. But Spirit says the answers, you're going to start getting illumination. And when? Very soon, because look, it won't be very long before she realizes, right? Before she sees the light. So new ideas might come to you, answers to questions that you have just had out of reach. There may be love coming. Let's see. Different ways it applies. Correct for neutrality on all levels, for all silver people. Or Libras. Libras. So you're quite emotional. There could be a lot of tears. You could be not, like this is expression, right? You don't have anybody to express yourself to. Maybe that's what, because you know what? One of the greatest needs a human has is to be heard. It's to express. Are you keeping all of these emotions repressed inside? Is that what's keeping you lonely? Are you isolating yourself? Do you have something to say that you haven't said? Has your imagination dried up? You don't have the inspiration. So here, we're going to look to Spirit. We're going to ask Spirit. Or you know what? Express yourself to Spirit. told you, I didn't have anybody to talk to but the animals. And I would go up on the rocks in Sedona. I would climb way up and I would just sit there and that's where I learned to talk out loud. Isn't that funny? In Sedona, because I didn't have anyone to talk to. So I would walk and I would talk to spirit. I would talk to my guides. And right now, this is just a time period. There's going to be a new moon. Everything turns around, right? You might be, again, imagining all of this, making this happen, making a worst case scenario out of it, right? But the light's there. It's very, very soon that it's going to shift for you. So again, this is wishful thinking. You're confused because you're looking at things and they're not the way you imagined they should be. Or you're thinking that it should be in a different way. And so that's keeping you frustrated or upset or confused. I don't understand. Why didn't it go this way? Or worried that, again, a deluge is going to take place, right? It's going to wipe you out. This is about clearing the slate, expressing yourself. Maybe you need to express yourself to someone. Maybe you need to allow yourself to feel the emotions. Maybe you need to just, again, surrender to spirit, ask spirit to show you. But you need to get grounded, for sure. You need to get out in nature and ground yourself because you're too caught up in your emotions. You're not seeing things clearly. Things aren't the way that you wanted them to be. And maybe that's just the way it is. They're just not the way that you wanted them to be. So recognize that if something wasn't for you, if it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, soon the page will turn and there will be something new. There will be new growth for you. But you've got to turn towards the future. You've got to move forward. You can't stay stuck looking in the past, right? It's about moving forward. So let me check this off so I make sure that I do this correctly. All right, so another message for Silvers. If that was not something that resonated for you, perhaps this will. Or for Geminis. Now remember, the key word to remember in that message was, when will I know? When will this happen? When will I feel better? Soon. I wear my sunglasses at night. You're hiding. Why are you hiding? What are you hiding from? Lost love. Surrender. Healing. Release. Eight. Infinity. 3 and 5 is 8. You will be infinitely supplied. If you have lost a love in your life, there will be another. A friendship has ended in your life. It's made you sad. You have to allow yourself to feel the energy. Now, this is in reverse, right? This is possibly a love coming back. This is a friendship being renewed, the ability to bring a friendship back. This is understanding there were mistakes made, there was pain, there were tears, but right now, there has been a release. This is about forgiveness. This is about healing. This is about coming back together, figuring out what you need to do to make this happen. This is about a new love coming into your life once you let go of the old. This is telling you that you're always connected. You've realized that even over distance, this is kind of like, you think out of sight, out of mind. And this is like, you know what? It doesn't matter. Even out of sight, out of mind, it was never been out of mind. It's always been there. The love is there. This is admitting to yourself. You possibly believed that a love was gone, but it's not. This is the opposite of that. There's healing here. There was a lot of tears shed. And now you're ready to move on. There's a new love coming into your life. You have now healed, and you're ready to accept love into your life. Or this is somebody in your life, somebody that retreated, somebody that was broken-hearted, retreated, but they've now healed, and now they're moving on, and they're accepting someone new into their life. If this is a question that you had, are they moving on? Yes. There's love in their life. Is it time for me to move on? Yes. This is a positive. Let's see how this can apply in different ways for Gemini. The return of a lost love. The healing because of a broken heart. The healing having taken place. The rejuvenation having taken place. You have now released the past and are ready to move forward. You're recognizing there's a future in front of me. Silvers or Gemini. So here, this was not understanding why something happened. And this is now telling you that you will be shown why something happened. Something will be explained to you. Maybe you have already understood. Maybe this is lessons that you have learned, right? Why did that happen? Now you realize why it happened. You realized why the relationship went wrong. What was it that I put into this relationship, or I didn't? Was I looking at, I realized that I was looking after the wrong thing, right? I've done somebody has done their inner thinking. Somebody has gone inside and questioned themselves. They've done that, right? This is having made a choice. Someone's made a choice. This is, I know where I want to go. I know who I want. I know what I'm going to do. It's clear to me now. I don't have questions about this. I'm now moving forward. I'm not going to stay in a place where I'm stuck. I've released the past. I have released the past. I've seen the light. I've had an awakening. This is about a reuniting within a family, with a partnership, with a lover. This is a reconciliation. This is making the effort to reconcile. Right? This is the exact opposite of what we see in front of here. So this is the opportunity, the possibility to reunite, to bring things back together, to move forward. Spirit brings us to a certain place in our lives, right? The circumstances, the opportunity, but what we do with it is our choice. You have choice at this point. Either you or someone in their life. Your life has moved forward, is moving on, is choosing someone new, knows where they're going, is having a reconciliation. You or someone else in your life. Okay. Wow, there's been a clearing of the air, or maybe that's what's happening, or going to be happening soon. In order for there to be the reconciliation or the healing, there needs to be a clearing of the air. Okay, for opals, all opal people, cool stone. These are Australian fire opals. Correct for neutrality, all opal people, or earth signs. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I'm taking a lot longer at this reading than I thought that I would. My God. Earth signs or opal people. Wow. Same situation. So I won't belabor it because the message is the same. Right? A reconciliation, a moving on, a coming together, a figuring it out, a healing having taken place. Let's see how it applies in your life. This is for Capricorns. Sorry, I didn't say the name. Capricorns. So this is clearly in a situation like this, there's been a love, it broke up, and somebody's moving on, right? That's what's going on. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Capricorns. Yep, they're ready to go. New life. Moving on. Moving on. Going to a place where they feel supported, reaching for the stars, happy about it, ready to make that leap of faith, absolutely trusting. That looks like the Fool to me. So you could be connecting with an Aries, or someone in whoever this is in regards to would be possibly connecting with an Aries, because the Fool is the Aries card. Or this is just somebody who is not afraid to take a leap of faith, not afraid to move forward, right? Is actually quite excited about it. This could be also recognition, right? They feel like a star. They feel fantastic. So maybe this is a recovery after a really awful time. It could be an illness that you've recovered from. And now this is vibrant health. This is good. This is happy. Poised is like I'm ready to roll, right? I feel confident. I feel good about myself. Maybe this knocked the shit out of me, and I've recovered. I've retreated, and now I'm better, and I'm coming out, and I'm on top. I feel like a star, right? I'm confident, I'm happy, my relationships are well, I'm looking forward to the future, I'm in a place where I feel like I'm supported, I feel like I'm being understood, I feel like I'm being heard. As far as my work, I feel confident in my work. All right, I'm ready to move forward. I'm reaching for the stars. I'm reaching for the stars. And because it's the Fool, this is about, you know what? This is a good time for you to take a leap of faith. This is the time for it to happen. Now, this is either you or someone in your life, but dang, pretty awesome message. So be happy for them, or be happy for you, right? And it might be, sometimes it's this. Sometimes this is you, the lost love, right? And this is them. But this is all the way across the board, a recovery from healing family issues, healing in your health, healing in relationships, a coming back together, or a getting over it and moving on to someone else and ready to rip. This is a beautiful succession. This is awesome. From negative to positive. Bam. Love it. Okay, so now we go to another message for Opals or Taurus. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Opals or Taurus. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Opal or Taurus. See, so with all these messages, I mean, these are a lot of messages. One of the three cards is going to apply to you or someone in your life. There's definitely a lot of information Spirit's bringing you. If anybody would like help with a private reading, my website is www.theangelswhisper.com. My email address is sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com. I would be honored. Once you figure out what it is that you want, please please contact me on my not on my website, on my email address, so we can arrange things. If you're interested in any of the shamanic tools in the shamanic toolbox, or the Reiki charged healing crystal jewelry for pets or for people, that's all there as well. I just did some updating on my website this morning. So, and if you are new to my page, welcome. And if the messages are helpful, please click a like and share the messages with others. If you are so inclined, it would be really nice, because if you know somebody that could be benefited, you know, you could spread the message, get as many to see and hear and understand what Spirit's wanting to share. If you subscribe, you will be given the messages, notified of them, and you won't have to go looking for them. Because I still get people saying, can you tell me where that one message is? And no, you can go to my website and they're all there. You can find them. Okay, it's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here, so let's take off our clothes. Taurus, it's getting hot. Yep, it's getting hot. So right now, this is anger. It's getting hot. This is because upside down. This is a spiritual connection, right? A true connection with someone, passion for a person or in a project. And right now, it's upside down. So right now, you're not feeling passionate about someone, or they're not feeling passionate about you, or you've lost your passion for your project. Your priorities are maybe upside down, or you have a difference of what is a priority. You're not feeling very connected to your higher self or spirit. At this time, you may be feeling stumped as far as your creativity. You're not feeling passion for something. Or there is no passion in this relationship for you or someone else. So let's see how this applies. Who are we dealing with right now? We're dealing with Taurus. Let me erase the ones I've done. I just want to make sure I don't repeat. So we're on to Taurus right now. Song right now, X's and O's, they don't want to leave. They don't want to let go. So you may be annoyed by somebody not wanting to go, not wanting to leave you alone. Because right now, there's no passion in this. Correct for neutrality on all levels. All right, Taurus. Okay, so if you are feeling stumped creatively, if you are feeling blocked with passion, if you are feeling a lackluster or not understanding what Spirit's telling you, you're confused by something, you're soon to have enlightenment. Because after the storm, there's a rainbow, and there will be plenty. Milk and honey, so there's spiritual satisfaction, there's emotional satisfaction. This is fulfillment. So this is upside down, and this is fulfillment. So to me, it's like after the storm, this is coming. So don't be stressed out. If you've lost something, something better is coming, right? It's moving. The transition is a good one. And sometimes all we have to do is take a different look at something. Sometimes it's just a matter of we wake up today and it's a bad hair day, right? Today's a bad day. Maybe tomorrow is going to be a different day. This is opportunities coming. This is maybe a job offer coming. If you've been wondering what's going on as far as my work, I've been struggling trying to get I've been putting out resumes and I haven't heard anything back. Spirit's saying you're going to be taken care of. Don't worry. If you're freaking out about bills, if you're freaking about money, don't worry. You know what's funny? What I never noticed before? You're going to laugh at this. I always thought this was a piece of ginger, but this is actually a little elephant splashing around in his water, and he's splashing around in honey. So an elephant is the Ganesha, the obstacle remover, right? He's not working. He's playing. He's already done his job. The obstacles are removed. He's having fun. It's also telling you, have some fun. Be sweet to yourself. Give yourself a treat, right? If you're feeling this way, if this is upside down in your world, if there's no love coming from someone else, give it to yourself, right? Turn your frown upside down. What did it say? I'm going to paint a new picture. I'm going to sing a new song, right? This is reaching for Spirit, and this is, I'll give it to myself. I don't need someone else to give it to me. I'll give it to myself. This is also telling you, you deserve to do this. Give yourself a milk bath. Maybe right now you're not feeling well, and honey and hot lemon and honey are great for sore throats and sniffles, right? This is luxurious. This is comfortable. But you know what? It's also the simple basics. It's also, maybe you're upside down because you're not getting what maybe you thought that you should have, and Spirit's saying, you know what? Keep it simple. Enjoy the simple things. They're blessings. Maybe you need to simplify. Maybe you're upside down in a situation, and if you simplify things, like say in a relationship you're having problems, or like any relationship, right? Maybe if you break it down, it's not so complicated. You look at the things, just the simple basic truths of the matter, and you'll be able to see things a little bit more clearly. Break it down into the simple things. Keep it simple, stupid, right? Or you may need to simplify, and that's okay. You may not have everything right now, but maybe you're going to start out very, very simple. Maybe you're going to start your business and it's just going to be the basics, really, really raw, but it's going to be blessed, and it's going to be abundant, and it's good for you. It's healthy. It's going to bring sweetness in, because the bee says, get busy and get after the honey. Well, there's the honey, and there's the milk, right? Cream of the crop. So it's coming. There's all kinds of different messages that you can get in this. You're moving forward from a dark time period into a prosperous time. You're moving forward from a time where you didn't have passion and love in your life, and you're coming into a passionate relationship. You had a time when you were out of sync with family, and now things are going to start moving forward. This is also about what steps do I need to take in order for this to happen, right? This is recognizing maybe someone didn't see you for your passion, didn't recognize you for who you were, but you do. You see who you are, and you're gonna revel in it. They may see you as just simple stupid, but you're having a great time. You feel good. You're like, I don't need all that complicated drama, thanks. I'll keep it simple. I'm good with that. Tastes good, it feels good. I'm enjoying myself. And it doesn't, also it says it doesn't take much to bring happiness to yourself or to another person. A sweet word can completely change somebody's day, right? Add a little bit of honey to the mix and the outlook is changed. This is a time when things are going to start moving in the right direction after a difficult time. So that's Taurus. That's nice. I like that. You or someone else, right? Okay. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Now remember, Spirit brings us opportunities, but what we do with them is up to us. You may know that somebody's there waiting for you, loving you, open, but you don't contact them. It doesn't go anywhere. You miss the opportunity. Spirit's not going to throw them at your door, right? So, Opals or Virgo. Right now, someone is saying you never thought it's too late to say you're sorry. Someone's walking away. Again and again, something happened, and now it's like, no, I thought you made me believe that you were this, and I now realize that this is the situation, and I'm done. It's too late. You say you're sorry a million times, but this time, I don't come back. So Opals or Virgo, this might apply into a situation. So right now, this is understanding. You've sought understanding and you've reached understanding, and there's a change taking place. Significant change in your life. It's for the better. You are feeling very connected to Spirit. You are feeling one with Spirit. You are searching for your answers in nature. You recognize that your healing comes from nature. You recognize that you are part of the united consciousness. This is actually seeking this. So, do you need to do this? This is about also you loving the planet, you caring for the planet so much so that you are one with them. Do you treat your animals like they're your children? Spirit is saying thank you for treating the world and other people, forgiving of yourself, and recognizing and protecting the animals and treating nature the way it should be treated, respecting it, caring for it. This is actually maybe asking for you to do that, become a part of this. This is also saying that others are looking to you and they're realizing this about you. It's also telling you that, you know what? This world is not a disaster. This world does not need to blow up. We just need to love it more. This morning I unfortunately saw a video briefly go by on my page of water just filled with plastic and garbage and the dead seabirds. We have a part in this. Do your part also, is what Spirit is saying. Curious. Correct for neutrality. I'm also getting that somebody is pulling away from all the drama, walking away from what wasn't working and putting their focus more on their spiritual path now. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For Opals or Virgo. How would this apply? Go the distance. So in your spiritual life, this is about being willing to go the distance. Understanding that it may be difficult. We may get confused in this forest, right? Like we said in the beginning, that other message about the one that was not seeing the light coming behind. This is about, it may feel difficult. It may feel like you got your hands full. It may be feeling like you're being pulled in a million different directions. It may feel as though there's a lot of downloads coming and a lot expected of you, but Spirit's saying, to whom much is given, much is expected, and you have to be willing to go the distance. This is about endurance. This is about realizing that this is about growth and maturation as far as spirituality is concerned. How far are you willing to go to help another? How far are you willing to go? Are you going to speak up on behalf of the environment? Are you going to speak up on the behalf of animals? Is somebody abusing an animal? Do you need to do something about it? This is also saying thank you for rescuing the animals of the earth. You went the long way, man. We have a $3,000 cat, and our spiritual family helped. I raised $1,000 towards that $3,000 that we paid in order to save him. That was my spiritual family that did that. They helped us go the distance so that that animal's life would be saved. And you know what? We may not be able to save every animal in the world. And you may think $3,000 on a cat when there's people that are starving. That was needed. There was so many different scenarios that happened with that cat. It brought people together. My landlord has nobody in his family. No one. He has no children. He has no parents, no relative, nothing. That cat is his baby. It helped him. So you, as soul family, helped him go the distance. Everybody needs love in their life. Right now, this is about, as far as your spirituality, if you're frustrated, not understanding, why is it not clear? Why are my gifts not, why are they not showing up? Why can I not? I remember when I first started, I had friends that they would hear spirit. They would see angels. They were able to do things that I wasn't able to do. All I knew how to do was, for some reason, when I pulled cards, they were accurate. I've always had that. And I was frustrated because when I was a little girl, I lived in the forest and I spoke to the animals, their language. But I lost that language as I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness child. It was taken. And I was frustrated and I wanted it back. When will I hear spirit? When will I see spirit? When will I get that back? And it wasn't until, it was a while, and then slowly things happened. It's like gradually things happen. Now I hear spirit. I've seen angels. I actually got to tell you guys something. I communicate with my cats. And I do it in dream time. It's kind of a semi-conscious, so it's like a lucid dream. And I've figured it out. I've watched it, and I know exactly that's who it is. I'm watching this conversation between these people in this house. And the complaining or someone, God, I had to go into the cat box. I had to go to the bathroom, and there's pee all inside here. I'm just going to go in the tub here. And I watched this whole thing. And I realized it's my cats were talking, and I was connecting with my cats. Lily has her own cat box, and she's very, very persnickety. I'm very, very clean, but I didn't clean her cat box that day, I guess. And so she went out into the living room and went into Liger's box, which is like a big tub. And she's like, God, now I've got to go pee in the tub. I literally watched and heard a full-on conversation. It's happened about 4 times between my 2 cats, complaining about me giving, like I had to put Liger out, my cat, outside because he wants to eat Lily's food. And so he was complaining about being locked out and her being given the special treatment. I mean, I got to tell you, it's the truth. So when will things happen? They happen. It's amazing. I literally am hearing my cats talk. So this is about wondering, when is it going to happen? Well, you got to be willing to go the distance. It's about hard work. It's about recognizing that it's available to you. We have to reach, right? We got to reach for it. It's not about, it doesn't happen overnight. Now, this could be just knowledge, period, wisdom and knowledge, period, about a relationship, about your work, right? It doesn't have to be a spiritual situation. You need to be willing to go the distance, to seek understanding between you and another. You're not going to go the distance if they don't know what's going on in your mind, right? No one can read your mind. Well, I can hear what's going on sometimes in people's minds, but you know what I mean. If you need to understand something, there needs to be communication, right? Blue is the color of truth. This is coming clean, speaking your truth. That may help you go the distance. Things may be falling apart. Why? Someone may be running away. Why? Because you're not speaking. You're not speaking your truth. They don't know what's going on. They feel like you're not involved in this. There needs to be communication. There needs to be an understanding. Right now, is there disharmony in your relationship? Right now, this is no. This is, you know what? Someone's willing to go the distance. Somebody's willing to speak their truth. Someone is speaking their truth. Someone is solid, standing on their ground, connected to spirit, feeling connected to you, willing to go the distance, no matter what the conditions. Look at the conditions, the difference between this dry desert and this lush forest. This is somebody saying they're willing to go the distance no matter what. I got your back. I'm strong. I'm not only the roots, I'm the tree, I'm the branch, I'm the leaves, and I am going the distance. Wow, that just all came together really quick. That's amazing. Okay, you guys, that's it. At 1 hour and 44 minutes, we're at a wrap. I hope you have a beautiful Saturday. Enjoy yourself. I'm going to go get my breakfast, and it's 1:45. My good God. Love you guys.